Trying out the new Ghost Electric Limeade. This psychedelic cosmic nonsense is actually pretty good. This Lovecraftian flavor. This Cthulhu Mythos flavor. It's pretty good. Alright. I got a book haul for you guys. And I'm actually... I think we're crooked. Mostly a book haul for you. Mostly books. Mostly. We'll start with all the stuff that came in the mail individually. Someone had mentioned on the comments a few books. A couple of those were some Edward Lee, as well as some Richard Lehman ones that were really good. Sorry, terrible with names. It was a couple videos ago, comments on that. One of those, I believe, was Endless Night. So I went ahead and checked to see if I had this one. And I actually had this one already, so I'm setting that one aside for my TBR. I also have Edward Lee Messenger and Edward Lee Slither. And I ordered a couple Edward Lees. I think it was, one was like Big Head or something like that. And I think The Island was the Richard Lehman one. So I ordered those. They're on the way. So thank you for the recommendations. I'm going to try and read those when they get here. Then I also got this one delivered in the mail. And it is called Bludgeon Tools. And so this is a short story collection from different peeps. It's a splatterpunk anthology. It's edited by K. Trap Jones, who I'm not familiar with. Has a little blurb: a must read for hardcore horror fans. Edward Lee, author of Big Head. So inside here, I think there's some Brian Keene and a couple other ones. I don't know K. Trap Jones though, so I don't know that editor. So here's the list. And Triana's in there, so that's one of the reasons. So Hammer Time by Christopher Triana. Tool Story, Stephen Kozanowski. And I'll just go through. Gregory Norris, Brian Keene, Wrath James Wright in there. Jonathan Butcher. I've never read a short story from Wrath James Wright. Vic Carey, Christine Morgan, Sam Richard, Anton Cancri, Dustin Lavalle, Wiley E. Young, or Willie Young, Matt Shaw also. Okay, and then the editor. So, cool little short story compilation. I picked it up because it had Triana on it. Someone put that in the listing. I also found this one, Wrath James Wright's Hardcore Kelly. This one just sounded really cool. Sounded fun. And it almost sounded like a little bit of a superhero kind of thing. So, like she's super strong or something like that. It says bullets whizzed past Katie. Try that again. Bullets whizzed past Katie as she dashed through the grass and weeds and the maze of broken recreational vehicles, farm equipment, and other slowly oxidizing junk. She gripped the gleaming battle axe in both hands as she waded through gunfire, determined to reach her arch nemesis and end his reign of terror forever. Murder Man stood in the doorway of the rundown mobile home, firing at will. She had found his lair. Now it was time to bring him to justice. Katie hurled the rusting skeleton of an old 77 Ford Thunderbird like an Olympic gymnast. She had once been a cheerleader, a good one. Once upon a time, she could do flips, handsprings, and somersaults with ease. That was so long ago. It felt more like an ancient story from some dusty old history book that something that had actually occurred. That was so long ago. It felt more like an ancient story from some dusty old history book than something that actually had occurred in her lifetime. Like someone else's life. So it kind of sounded cool, like different than Wrath James Wright's other stuff. So I'm hoping it's good. Anybody read it? Tell me. I did just read, I think I shared on a couple videos ago, all the Alien books I've read. So I did just read Alien 3, and then there is this, the unproduced first draft screenplay of Alien 3 by William Gibson. And so I think it's completely different. And so I want to read this one as well. Then I also got Mad Moon of Dreams by Brian Lumley. Check that out. Brian Lumley, very well known for, probably mostly known for doing the Necroscope series. And also, check this out. Signed, Brian Lumley. So I'm pretty excited for that. So this actually is a trade paperback with a dust jacket, which is kind of weird. But it has some great illustrations in it. And I'm pretty sure this is like a short story collection. Yeah. So there's a ton. Looks like probably about 30 short stories in here. So, yep, 30. So that's pretty cool. Excited for that. Okay, so this last one here is Sixth Watch by Sergei Lukyanenko. And this is part of the like Night Watch, Day Watch trilogy. It's not a trilogy anymore. It's more like 6 of them. So there's Night Watch, Day Watch, Last Watch, Twilight Watch, New Watch, and Sixth Watch. So I have not read any of those yet, and I'm kind of excited to get to those. So there's that one. I also got this bundle of Alien books. These are all, I found them brand new. Apparently this person has a ton of these and sells a ton of these because there was like, I don't know, 10 available or something. So I was like, whoa, okay. And it was like, I don't know, 30 something bucks for all of them. So, which is pretty good because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. So, yeah, I guess $5, $5-6 with shipping per book. So, and I think I only had one of them. So there is Out of the Shadows by Tim Levin, Sea of Sorrows, which I think I do have, but it's in the small version. This is the one I thought I had. And that's by James Moore. River of Pain by Christopher Golden. Alien Invasion. This says it's the Rage War Book 2. And that's Tim Levin also. And then The Cold Forge by Alex White. Alien Prototype by Tim Wagner. And probably the one I was most excited for, because I played the game, Alien Isolation. Keith DeCandido. Okay. First big box. Are you ready? This is the first one. I'm more excited about the next one. Let's see what we got. The Black Moon. It's in decent shape other than that corner, so it's not terrible. Okay, let's see. Paul Anderson's Conflict. Corner is a little dinged again right there. Okay, but other than that, not too bad. Destinies. So I have a bunch of these around. Edited by James Bain. And it has Paul Anderson, Larry Niven, Jerry Purnell, Spider Robinson, Clifford Simak, and Roger Zelazny. So lots of authors in these. And I have several of them. There was many made. That's exciting. It's got fairly large print, actually. Feels large. That's cool. Damien, the Omen 2. Corner also dinged up. I don't know what it is with all these, but they all have corner damage right there. I have this one already, so that'll be passed along if you want. Sundiver by David Brin. This is part of, I think it's called the Uplift Saga or something like that. And there's Sundiver, let's see. Sundiver, Startide Rising, Uplift War, Brightness Reef, Infinity Shore, and Heaven's Reach. So there's 6 of them, the Uplift novels. And the one I have all of them, and the one I have is actually signed by Brin. So, which I don't think it's up with my signed stuff right now. I think it's over, just mixed in with everything else. So, anyways, that's, maybe it is, I don't know. That's going to be available. John DeChancy, look at that cover. The Crouton Interface. Not familiar with that one. A little bit of corner damage, same spot, don't know why. So interesting. Ooh, John Wyndham, writing as John Bainon, Wanderers of Time. Corner damage on the bottom right. Don't know why. Some Wyndham. This one looks cool. Come to the War by the author of The Virgin Soldiers, Leslie Thomas. Pan Books. With a big old stick of, looks like 25 pence, maybe? I don't know. FTL, Further Than Life by Michael Lindsay Williams. Oh, some L. Ron Hubbard. Volume 3 of Mission Earth. And I have all these in hardcover, actually. I don't think I'm ever going to read them. Actually, I think I put them on eBay. I think I put mine on eBay. I have some paperbacks, but all the hardcovers, I'm pretty sure I did that, actually. Because I don't intend on reading them. James Allen Gardner. Ascending. Looks kind of cool. Science fiction. Frederick Pohl, Gateway. So, book 1 of the Heechee saga. One of his very well-known books. I think it won some awards, if I remember right. Hugo and Nebula winning a novel. Area 51, the first one, and I do have this one already. Let's grab another bag of goodies. Call from a Distant Shore, Stephen Burns. Not familiar with that. Ooh, I might need to keep this one. Graham Masterton, Death Dream. I don't think I have it. I might. I'll have to look. But that looks really cool. He'll have you screaming for more. Look at that cover. That's awesome. Okay, I might have to keep that one. Sorry. Ringworld Throne by Larry Niven. Cities in Flight by Blish. And I do have a couple of these already on a Whatnot. I think already loaded on there. It might be gone by the time this video comes out, but I will put this one up on the other one. Mike Resnick, Oracle. Bottom cover, or bottom corner damage, of course. All right. Mike Resnick, Second Contact. You don't get a lot of Mike Resnick, so that's kind of cool. Ooh, more Mike Resnick. Soothsayer, with a peekaboo cover that's torn. And corner damage. Still pretty cool. Can tape that pretty easy. What the? Okay, shield your eyes, friends. MASH Goes to Maine. By Richard Hooker. With some cheeks and some lobster claws. All right. And it's got a little damage on the back. That one might be worth some money. I'm going to set that aside just to check. Peter Straub, If You Could See Me Now. This is one I don't have. My hands were as good as nailed to this book, Stephen King. I don't have this one for sure. I've only read one Peter Straub, so, and I enjoyed it. I have not read the collaboration with Stephen King yet. Black House or Talisman, or both. Paul Anderson, Beyond the Beyond. I do have this one already. I have a lot of Paul Anderson. So that'll go up on Whatnot. Okay, Del Rey copy of Flight of the Horse by Larry Niven. A damaged copy of Marathon Man by William Goldman. This thing is squished, so it's leaning pretty bad. And it's nice and dented. But movie tie-in with Dustin Hoffman, I believe, right? Yeah. Ooh. Seedling Stars by Blish with the, can't remember the cover, the artist who does these ones. Someone will know, with some corner damage, of course. It's right there. It's right there. Chris Foss, right? Chris Foss? Is that right? I think that's a Foss cover. Had to reach into the nether regions of my mind for that one. The End of the Rug. Huh. Spy Story by Richard Llewellyn. Ben Bova, Privateers. Douglas Riemann, Strike from the Sea. So these aren't all sci-fi, that's for sure. That's okay. Frederick Pohl, Gem. I definitely have this one, Starman by Alan Dean Foster. So I do have that already. I also have this one, Blood Hype by Alan Dean Foster. Vault of the Ages. I also have this one by Paul Anderson. Operation Musketoon. Huh. Stephen Schofield. Or Schofield. Looks like a military one of some kind. Alan Steele, Coyote. With some damage to the bottom corner. Shocker. Alright. The Dueling Machine by Ben Bova. I don't think I have this one by Bova. I don't think I have that one. Alright, still haven't come across the one book that I got this for. Watch, it got taken out. The Santa Roca Barrier by Frank Herbert. I do have this, just not this cover. So these are a lot of UK covers. The Omen, David Seltzer. I don't have that. I have that book, just not that cover. Endless Universe by Marion Zimmer Bradley. Eavesdroppings, Bizarre Overheard Remarks, edited by Nigel Reese. All right, Ian Fleming's Master Spy, James Bond, and John Garner's For Special Services. I actually have a bunch of Ian Fleming books. Desmond Bagley, Bahama Crisis. This one I don't have. I mean, I have it, but I don't have this cover. Asimov's The Bicentennial Man. That's pretty cool. The Beastly Gazette. Cartoons by Tom Eaton. I'm not familiar with any of these. The Ragged Astronauts by Bob Shaw. I have this one already. The Ninth Circle by N.J. Crisp. Wall Around a Star by Frederick Pohl and Jack Williamson with the awesome little cover there. Look at that. It's a Del Rey. Okay, well, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here, and I don't see my book yet. Got like 2 more stacks. Okay, Dennis Wheatley, Library of the Occult. This is just Dracula by Bram Stoker. So reprinted, I guess, as through Dennis Wheatley's line of books, which is kind of cool. Another Mission Earth by L. Ron Hubbard. This is number 5. Brian Herbert's Sydney's Comet. I don't think I have that one. And I have not read any Brian Herbert. Frederick Pohl's The Merchant's War. I do have this one. So that'll be available. Ben Bova, The Exiles Trilogy. I don't think I have that one. So, it contains the full text of 3 novels by Ben Bova. Exiled from Earth, let's see, Flight of Exiles, and End of Exile. So a full trilogy by Ben Bova right there. Okay, it better be in this stack right here, or there's going to be some issues. Okay, Robert Silverberg's Hot Sky at Midnight. I have never seen this one before. Silverberg did write quite a bit. Jack McDevitt, Polaris. I do have this one. I think I have this one in hardcover, if I remember correctly. So that'll be available. The Black Hole, another by Alan Dean Foster. I think Disney made this movie, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, Walt Disney Productions, motion picture. And I do have this one, and I do plan on reading this one, actually. Kurt Eckhart, Stalingrad Heroes, the action-packed sequel to Heroes Without Honor. Let's go. Oh, here it is. It's in here. It's in here. All right. I'm gonna put it, because I only have 3 other ones. I'm gonna just put it to the end. Okay, it is in there. I'm excited. All right. Mission Earth number 4. L. Ron Hubbard. Let's move it right along. Stephen King's The Dead Zone. Excuse me. Which I don't have this cover, so that's kind of cool. But I am kind of only doing hardcovers. I don't know. Maybe I'll hang on to that one. Maybe I'll do alternate covers for the paperbacks. And then finally, well, not finally, but second to finally, The Annals of the Heechee. So this is the last in the Heechee saga by Frederick Pohl. And I think this is number 4. Yes, Heechee, so Gateway 1, Beyond the Blue Event Horizon, number 2, Heechee Rendezvous 3, and The Annals of the Heechee 4. Okay, here it is. The one that I got this whole thing for. Can you tell what it is? Can you see it right there? Ready? Night of the Crabs by Guy N. Smith. I'm just gonna let it sink in. Just letting it sink in. This is awesome. I have one other of the Crabs books. I can't remember which one it is, but these are all pretty hard to find and very expensive. So this one I believe is like $100 if you go online or on eBay. I think the lowest price was 100. There might have been an auction that was lower or something like that, but still. For 80, whatever it was, 80, what did I say, 80 or 90 bucks, 70 or 80, I don't know, whatever it was, somewhere in the 80 area. And this is almost $100 book all the time. That it's worth it just for this one. So super excited. I do want to get all the Crabs books at some point. I think there's 5 total. So I'm pretty excited. So I'm really excited for this one. So this is not these are not books. You're like, what? This was an auction. And I was looking for books. I was looking for a big lot of books. And what came up was a lot of comic books. Normally, I wouldn't care. This is the lot of comic books. And they were listed as all horror. Every single one of them as horror. I know nothing about comics. I have my personal collection of comics is just all the 30 Days of Night stuff, of course. I have that. I have some Sons of Anarchy ones right here. And then I have these 2, which one of them is, I think this one's pretty valuable. Or at least, you know, 50, 60 bucks valuable. The Freddy, Jason, and Ash one, which I'd love to get all these at some point. And then I have a John Carpenter's Asylum. Okay, so that's my extent of comic book knowledge. But this was on auction. And the auction was only at like 30 bucks plus, I think it was $15 for shipping or something like that. Because it's a lot. It's like 160 comic books. And so I was like, well, man, if that thing stays low and it does, you know, maybe if it goes up to like, I don't know, if it goes up to 100 bucks, like less than $1 per comic book, that's pretty good, right? I'm gonna watch it. I watched it all week. Like, set an alarm for when it was gonna go off. I'm ready. I'm like, it was at like $42 or something. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna watch. And I'm like, I'm gonna put in my high bid. I'm gonna just put 100 bucks. Wait till that last few seconds, you know, 3 seconds, and then hit it, bam. And I hit it, and it goes up $1. It went up to like $43, and I won. And I'm like, $43 was the highest bid somebody put in. So, 160 comic books. I got them for like 30 cents each, right? Kind of somewhere around there. I'm not a math wizard, but I also I didn't even look at what they were really, which is bad. All I saw was horror, the giant picture of them all laid out on a floor, so you can't even tell what they are really. And I didn't go through and pick each one. I wanted it to be a surprise. So, you and I should probably do a whole video just for this. You and I are going to be surprised. So, I guess I will just pull a little stack out backwards. Yeah, I can't see the front. Like that. And then I'll just flip them over. Should I just go one at a time like this? You and I will be surprised at the same time. Bloodborne, the Lady of the Lanterns. It's pretty cool. You guys can tell me if you know comics. Tell me if any of these are like, whoa, no way. I think this is, it's thick, or there's two in here. I can't tell. The Cemeterians. Double Nightfall feature. Okay, so that's why it feels like there's two. Is there a back to it? No, it's just a double feature. Okay, so there's two in there apparently. The Cemeterians and Denizen. This is kind of exciting for me. Hollow, Chapter 2. That cover's not the best, but all the devils are here. Whoa, that looks cool. That one looks pretty sick. This one feels like there's two in there also, but it just must be thick. That's pretty freaking cool looking. I like it. I like it. Okay. Exciting. Oops, I flipped it over and looked at it. Okay, Dark Interlude. Has the word dark in it, so that's why it's horror, I guess. I don't know. Okay. The Last Book You'll Ever Read. That looks pretty cool. All these are boarded and bagged. It's pretty sick too. Mare Hollow, the Shoemaker. That looks freaking cool. Look at that. I had a friend that I used to work with, and he does comics now, and I can't remember which one it is, but they actually made a show about it. And it was the show where the main girl is like really like rough and kind of raunchy, and I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to try and find it. If you're into comics, his name's Justin Greenwood, and I used to work with him at Safeway back in the day. He's like, yeah, I do comics now. I was like, what? That's dope. All right, next little stack. Oh, Guma, the Beginning of Her, issue 1. Look at that. That looks cool. American Vampire, 1976. That's cool. Scott Snyder. I don't know if you guys are freaking out right now like I am, but I'm freaking out. It's pretty exciting. Another American Vampire, 1976. And I've been into vampire stuff lately, so this is kind of exciting. A Town Called Terror. Ooh, that looks cool. Super exciting. Super. Here Lies Blaze, you dead homie. Here lies Blaze, you dead homie, son. Come on, son. All right. If you know that reference, tell me. Come on, son. Blood-Stained Teeth. It'd be kind of fun if I got actually my buddy's comics in here somewhere. Oh, wouldn't that be neat? Night of the Ghoul, Scott Snyder. Wow, that looks freaking cool. Look at the mouth with the spider. Bad reflection, sorry. It's got like spider legs coming out the door. I know it's hard to see. I'm sorry. Looks dope. This is gonna take a while. I like barely even put a dent in here. I might, maybe because I decided to do this 4K for some stupid reason, I may end up putting this in 2 parts if I run out of room. But there's a lot, like legitimately a lot. All right, here we go. Lunar Room. Ooh, it's like faces splitting in half. That's dope. I don't even know what any of these are. Bug bites. That's freaking cool too. Man. The Lamentation. 48 pages of fear. That's cool. Ooh, I like that one. And a lot of these look like they're number 1 too. I don't know if that matters. Lamentation number 1, another 48 pages of fear. Looks like maybe it's an alternate cover or something. May 2023. May 2023. Yeah, so probably alternate covers of the same story would be my guess. Does that sound right? I know they make a bunch with different covers. When I was buying all the Sons of Anarchy ones, it was like there was like 84 different covers. I was like, how do I know I got them all? Ooh, Devils Are Here. That looks dope. Heavy Metal Drummer. Nice. I need to get my drums back. I taught myself how to play drums a long time ago, and I love metal, and I just miss playing drums. I gotta get some drums back. I'm not terribly good at it or anything. I just like doing it. Oh, this one's not boarded and not bagged. Dynamite. That looks freaking cool. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, that looks dope. Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna have to go through some of these if they're not like, if they're super valuable. I doubt they are. That's why they're in this big lot. But if they're super valuable, I don't want to read through them because I'll ruin them. But ooh, refrigerator full of heads. Wow. Joe Hill. Joe Hill presents Hill House Comics. No way. That's cool. I'm assuming that's the same Joe Hill, Stephen King's son. Look at that awesomeness. Wow. Hope you don't have, what is it, thalassophobia? The Conjuring, The Lover, number 5, Loved to Death. With the VHS tape on there. That's pretty sick. I wish I could, like, have interaction here. It's, like, exciting. Too bad you guys aren't like, yeah, I'm screaming through the phone. 4 Horsemen. This is awesome. Super fun. So I'll probably do a Whatnot comic book show then, I'm assuming. Guma again, the beginning of her issue 1. So I had that one, I think. So this must be an alternate cover as well. So that's dope. So cool. All right. All right. All right. Oh my gosh. I should probably stop it soon. I'm gonna run out of space, and then I won't be able to upload because I won't have any space. Quicksand. Look at that. That looks cool. Like Night of the Crabs. I'll do this last stack, and then I'll stop it and redo another one after. Helicious. That looks cool. It's like YA comic. Blood Run. Wow. Huh. Looks pretty sick. Primordial. That looks cool. Look at that. say that on all of them. Wow, look at that. That looks cool. Wow, look at that. All right. Wow, that looks cool. Look at that. Step by Bloody Step. Big old giant mech holding the little girl. That's cool. Wow, look at that. That's cool. All right. Red Xmas. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I'll probably have to hang on to this one. Read it at Christmas time with the rest of my Christmas stuff. Knight of the Cadillacs. Fantastical Crimes Unit. Tales from the Fantastical Crimes Unit. That's cool. Breed. That looks pretty awesome. This one looks like it's older or something. 1993. Yep. Look at the back. You got the freaking awesome super control, super advantage, right? Yeah, super advantage, up for the Super Nintendo. Oh man, the good old days. Okay, this one's turned up. Oh, there's two, I guess, in here. So another breed, and then maybe this is just an ad on the back. Looks like it. Maybe Power and Glory Chicken. I'm guessing that's an ad on the back. But another one of those breed ones. Looks pretty neat. Maze Book. Jeff Lemire. A couple more here. Another Maze Book. That's cool. This one's number 1. The other one was number 1, so 2 alternates. A Castle Full of Blackbirds. Wow. From the world of Hellboy. One more. Bloodborne, the Lady of the Lanterns. Wow, look at that. It's freaking cool. Wasn't Bloodborne the first one I grabbed? I think so. That looks dope. All right. Don't worry, there's still a ton. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to go through those on a separate video. All right, appreciate you guys. I will get the next one out to you ASAP. Thank you so much, and I will see you later. Please hit that like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Comment down below. Catch you on the next one.